beef with someone we didn't even know. Hi, I'm Selena.
Hi everybody, I'm Paris.
And this is
Love Uncut.
Oh, we're doing a heart, okay.
Well, I did a heart, we can do a heart. Love Uncut. So welcome. So today we're going to do another story. This is about beef that happened at brunch.
Yeah, beef with someone we didn't even know.
Yeah, so we just literally came back from a brunch now before filming this. Going for brunch is definitely one of our things that we like to do. I don't really go brunch with the man them like that. I mean, you kind of do brunch a bit more with your friends. Really.
More coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a friend that I go to coffee with more or less.
Okay, so you don't eat
weekly, I guess. Obviously, lockdown has caused a bit of drama with that, but anyway.
Yeah, I guess she's part of your bubble, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, so brunch is a thing that we like to treat ourselves to from time to time. And I suppose this could be called Brunch Beef Part 2. So there's a Part 1, but I think we need about 1,000 subscribers before I can drop that. So yeah, we're going to give you Brunch Beef Part 2, and I guess I want to know if you've ever been through anything similar with your partner or with your friends, and I guess what would you do in this situation, maybe even how we could have handled it differently.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm cautious about using YouTube as a therapy space. It is not a therapy space. But I just want to hear what you guys think, really.
Yeah,
so,
it's good to get different opinions, and everyone reacts differently, don't they? So anyway, we'll get to it so you can kind of gauge how you'd react to the situation. So I believe it was a Sunday, wasn't it? Kind of.
Yeah, it was a Sunday.
A spring or autumn Sunday. It wasn't summer.
No.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, the crazy people come out depending on the season. I don't know what
I was just trying to gauge the time of year. So I believe it was a Sunday, and we decided to go for brunch, and we decided to go to a pub that we hadn't tried before. This is like one of these kind of hipstery pubs in a yummy mummy type neighbourhood. So we went, had to wait a while for a table, got a table which was sort of on an elevated platform, and it was kind of near the front door of the restaurant, wasn't it? So if you were coming in, we were the first table you'd see.
Yeah, you'd see, but we were on an elevated level, so if you come in, you have to kind of come in and then go up the little stairs, and then we're there. So right opposite the door. Yeah. So, does that make sense? So yeah, I guess
but in terms of Eyeline, you'd come in and you'd see us, because the tables below weren't in your Eyeline, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I don't know if Eyeline has got something to do with this. Who knows? Let us know really once you've heard the story. Go on, sorry.
No worries. So we're there. We'd ordered our food. We actually had our food in front of us, we were eating, and then I noticed kind of out the corner of my eye that there was a figure in the doorway. So he hadn't come into the restaurant, he was outside the door was shut, and he was just there, and it looked like he was trying to get someone's attention. And
he told me, he said, yeah, that guy needs someone's attention, and I looked across at this person, and he looked like directly at me, and he was kind of
like mouthing something,
and it was almost as if he wanted me to come to him. And I was just immediately thinking, I ain't coming to you, I'm eating my brunch. You gesturing me over here. So
it was really weird because it was very familiar. I actually thought maybe Paris knew this guy, and he recognised Paris from outside the door because there was a window. As I said, we're right in the eye line of that. And so I thought he was just like, oh, I know you, come and meet me sort of thing. But it wasn't that. Paris didn't know him. It was just a bit weird and sinister because no one knew who this guy was. And then another person walked into the pub. So I remember it was a guy and his son. Obviously coming for their brunch too, and because that person came in and opened the door, this weird guy who'd been standing outside trying to get our attention, then decided he'd come in. So he didn't come in before, even though the door was open. He waited for someone else to come in and open the door before he came in, which was weird.
He kind of, I'm sure they exchanged words from the way I remember it.
Okay.
They exchanged words briefly, and then the guy let this man and his son go in. So he was kind of weirdly placed in the doorway. And you know, at which point I just said to the staff members, oh, excuse me, this man needs some sort of assistance, because it's definitely not my job to get up and come when you've been beckoned. You're not in any kind of need of first aid, you're just beckoning me from absolutely nowhere. Yeah, go on.
So he came in after the dad and the son, and bear in mind, so we're seated on a platform here, and the door is here, and he's coming in. So he's standing right in front of our table, and he's kind of looking down at us because we're sitting down here and he's standing here. And he was very, very tall, if I remember correctly. Kind of tall, big guy. He had like really just cold eyes, just almost staring at you, like cold, dead eyes. He had dada, I remember. So dada's like short dreads. He's wearing a big jacket, he had a backpack on, so you're kind of looking at all these things like, okay, who is this guy? Why is he standing in front of us? Why is he, you know, it was just really, really weird and intimidating. And he was just standing there staring at us, and then he started saying all this stuff about that he knows me, that who is Paris, and
he started chatting up Selena right there in front of us, well, in front of me, sorry. And
he was like, don't you remember me? And I was just like, who the hell are you? And then I was worried that Paris would be like, I know this guy, and it's just like, what the hell?
Yeah, and I guess what was going through my head was, obviously this is a violation of our space and our time. We were literally just having a brunch. You're coming in here troubling us, basically harassing us. What he was saying to Selena about don't you remember me or whatever, I mean, to me it's just all a provocation, and this person clearly was engaged or trying to engage with me for whatever reason. Why he picked me, I do not know this person. You know, we were in a yummy mummy area. It's Harborne in Birmingham, so that's a yummy mummy area with a Waitrose right there. That's the marker of whether you're in yummy mummy territory. So you don't expect this. He looked like Chief Keef but skinny, and well, not skinny, but
he wasn't
tall.
skinny.
No,
because that's what I was worried about, because he was tall and quite, you know, like, he looked strong. He looked like if he wanted to have a fight there and then, if he was in the mood, he'd just take a swing and that's it. And I remember he kept saying all this stuff, and I was just like, no, I don't know you, like, sorry, wrong person. And he kept looking at me, and then Paris was basically telling him F off.
Well, I said, yo, that's my girl. Like,
yeah.
You know, because you're over here trying to chat up Selena, and then he basically did, I'm going to try and get a reenactment of this, but he basically did this.
Yeah. Literally, like,
to my face. He put his hand in my face.
Yeah.
Put his hand in my face.
Yeah.
Put his hand in my face.
Yeah.
He put his hand in my face. But it wasn't, he didn't do it with major conviction, because he didn't want to put it too close and bite off his finger or something. But he did it. And can you imagine, someone comes up to your table while you're having brunch, starts trying to chat up your partner that you're with, then you say, hey, what were you doing? And then they put their hand in your face. I mean, I don't know what kind of little world he lives in where he can tell his mates about this story and he gets props, but it's a sick little world, because two people are literally, that you don't know, are just enjoying themselves, having a little brunch, not paying attention to you. You're going to get their attention, come into the venue, come up to them and then trouble them and harass them. And
he kept sort of leaning over the banister of the platform as if to try and come closer. And like, I was probably shaking at this point, because it's almost like, do you react? What will that cause? Do you just stay calm? If you stay too calm, will that piss him off even more? And then I'm like, my bag is right on the banister, so I'm trying to remove my bag in case the whole purpose of this is to nick something, and then it's like he has a bag, what's in his bag, because that was the period when acid attacks were really prominent as well all over the country. So it's like, oh my gosh, is he gonna spray us with acid? So all these things are running through your mind. So I'm kind of shaking, I'm kind of like trying to take the lead or look to Paris for what, like how I should react.
And I kind of looked at your phone, I saw it kind of out there on the table. And, you know, I just said, look, pick up your phone, let's just move away from this person, you know, who's come in and has got nothing better to do with their life and their time. And I said to the staff, excuse me, I don't know this guy from nowhere.
And he's harassing us.
Yeah, he's harassing us. I don't know him from anywhere. I'm in your venue, you know, clear this guy off, sort of thing. He'd already done enough, you know what I mean? And the waitress listened. And, you know, because I made sure I was clear as possible, and we'd moved away, and he kind of just stood there.
Yeah, he didn't know what to do at that point.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting that. I think he expected that I'm going to fly off the handle and then attack him, basically. I think provocation was his #1 aim, to be honest.
He was just looking for a fight.
And, you know, somebody that's out with their girlfriend, I mean, I don't know what the gangster etiquette is, but generally when you're out with your girlfriend, maybe you don't have your guard out, maybe you don't have your weapons on you, I don't know, but he saw us as an easy target for whatever reason. Don't know how. We're sitting down, all he saw was side profiles before he decided, and he didn't know what to do because he wasn't expecting that reaction, I guess. And then he just turned around and made off.
Left. And then the manager of the restaurant came and was like, oh, are you okay? And the manager of the restaurant, we explained what happened, then he actually went out to see if he could try and find the guy, see the guy, and then they called the police to sort of let them know, but obviously at that time he disappeared. But we, like, after that, we hadn't even finished our food, we didn't want to eat, we just wanted to leave because you didn't know if he's going to come back. Or
I think I'd finished, but go on, sorry.
Well, I hadn't finished, I remember that because I did not finish those pancakes. But it was just horrible because it's like you're going out for a nice brunch, kind of like happy-go-lucky, you just want to eat, have a nice meal, and then this person comes, so being quite nasty to your partner, and then like just saying all these things to me in order to provoke Paris, and I'm just like basically telling him go away or not even engaging, but he's still doing it. And coming even closer and closer, and then he's even doing that.
How? The hand?
Yeah.
Never in my history of, they don't even do that on Top Boy. You know, the violate, maybe they should take that for the script. I mean, that was just level 10, man, and yeah, I guess it's just self-control. Go on, sorry, it's self-control, because I could tell as a mature person and someone who, you know, just growing up, I've always had to be on edge, I guess, to an extent, which is a shame. But the point is, I kind of half expect these things, but this guy came like a bat out of hell. It was a nice area, as I say.
Yeah, and you're in a restaurant. It's not as if you're just on the street.
Yeah.
So stuff has happened before when we were just on the street, and
that's another story.
You know, that's another story. But we were actually in a restaurant, and yeah, I still just think about it like, what was going on in that guy's head? I don't know if maybe there's some mental health issues there. I don't know if he was on drugs. I don't know if he was just angry and, as I said, trying to pick a fight with someone. Maybe Paris looked like someone he didn't like. Maybe I looked like an ex-girlfriend he didn't like. I don't know. But it's like, how can you literally come into someone's space and do that? How?
What? How are you
and
so
the way
familiar?
He was just standing in the doorway as well, like,
it wasn't even animated. He was just trying to kind of mime, so I couldn't work out what he said.
He wanted you to go there.
Yeah. I'm not going anywhere. And you know, barely unless you're paying me. And thank goodness I didn't. Yeah. Because if you're just someone that's oblivious to all of these factors and you go over there, goodness knows what this person had on them. You know, so yeah, he was on a mission for sure, and he picked on a couple. You know, and he's a coward for that, to be honest. And I don't know if it's.
Well, he's a massive coward as well, because he left as soon as we got the staff involved. Like, yeah, he just.
So how I'm not.
How much of a big man are you if you're running away from a waitress? I'm not. I mean, I'm happy he did. I don't want, you know, definitely didn't want the situation to escalate. But yeah, it's just very, very strange, and just wonder why. And I guess we'll never know, but it was very odd, and we've obviously never been back to that pub. I mean, the staff were lovely and were trying to make sure we were okay and offered us tea and things like that, but we just wanted out of there. And
I think their waffles were average as well, so it's two things. If the waffles were nice, then maybe you brave the danger. Oh, Dada Platt's guy might be there, but it was you know, maybe they've changed the cook since then. But yeah, go on, we haven't been back there.
No, we haven't been back there, and I remember even just waiting for the Uber to get home. You know, we were scared of going out in case the guy was there again, and we literally, like, as soon as the Uber came, we just ran across the road into the Uber, go.
Well, we came out and I was like looking right, looking left, and it's like all we did was come to brunch.
Yeah,
anybody else gone to brunch and had to come out and look right and left, like you've really got street beef. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous, and we're not. Fair enough if we were like famous and people do weird stuff, but we're not, quite obviously.
No.
So I don't think he's that crazy, because he knew to go when the police were being called, whereas a crazy person probably hang around and do stuff to other people. So I think this links to this. Oh, okay, well, I'll give my explanation in a minute, but go on.
No, that's it. You know, it was just, I think I was still quite shaken after a while. Still, you know, we called our families to kind of tell them what happened, and they were just like, what is it with you and these kind of people always turning up? Again, linked to the other story we'll tell at some point, but it was just, yeah, very, very strange.
Yeah, I mean, the Uber driver had an opinion at the time, and he just said, oh, you seem like decent people, and this person just saw an easy target in his mind.
Well, the Uber driver actually annoyed me as well, because yeah, obviously we told him what had happened, and he was like, oh, you're lucky your boyfriend believes you that you didn't know that man.
Oh, yeah,
I was like, this is nothing to do with anyone believing anyone. This is just a crazy person that's come in. Don't try and make it seem like I'm trying to hide some secret or something. He annoyed me saying that.
But maybe there's an assumption amongst men, if you're a man that's watching, you know, do you feel like, I guess, a stranger could come up to you and your partner and make these silly accusations and you would instantly believe it? Would it affect your ego? I don't know, but it seems to be that this cab driver, it's this cab driver seemed to understand that wavelength, that this crazy guy, sorry, I'm gonna call him crazy, I don't care, no, you know, and this guy with issues, shall I say, this guy with issues.
Oh, it's not normal what he did. It's not normal,
this weird guy, and this cab driver seemed to be on the same wavelength, because they both thought that someone coming up to your girlfriend suggesting, oh, don't you remember me, or whatever he said, don't you remember me, I remember him saying that, is enough for you to start thinking or looking sideways at your partner.
I think some guys definitely would blame the girl, and definitely would. I can think of people off the top of my head that would do that.
Fragile.
That I know. Just because of an ego thing, and just because it's easier because it's such a strange situation, it's easier to blame the girl and believe, oh, something dodgy's going on here, than to blame a random stranger, right?
Yeah, maybe it's easier to take out your frustration on your partner
100%.
as opposed to, so how do you assert yourself in this situation? Someone's just trying to violate you and your partner, let me attack my partner, rather than just understanding, look, someone's harassing somebody. And I think the bottom line is, if you're in a relationship, obviously you have to trust somebody. Someone might think your trust, but you just can't control that. So just give people the benefit of the doubt. That's what trust is, really. So that was our story. You know, I don't know, has anybody ever been through anything similar in a similar environment? You know, yummy town, and then suddenly someone who looks like an extra from Top Boy tries to come and do stuff to us. I mean, my overall opinion on why it happened is because I guess there's this micro ecosystem where, you know, you go and get one-upmanship on people who you think are part of your same lifestyle, you know, and these people go around attacking each other at any given moment, trying to provoke each other, and he thinks that within this little subculture he'll get points by doing what he did. But no self-respecting person, even real so-called gangsters, whether you're a part of the mafia, Mexican, black, they're not gonna go and harass a random couple, even if they seem to belong to the same socio-economic group. from your perception.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's all about the socio-economic group. We're all in this and I'm going to one-upmanship. So you have so little power in your life. You need to just do these little things, these microaggressions to people to assert yourself, which you didn't assert nothing. You make a good YouTube story, that's it. You know, and we haven't told anybody this. We haven't told many people this.
We haven't spoken about it for years, actually. We just thought we'd share it on this platform because it's an interesting story, and it's a story, I guess, that obviously we've made peace with it because it's happened. It's not like it's changed our lives or anything, but it's still very hard to reconcile because it was just out of nowhere. And I guess it showed me that it's like, wow, even if a situation isn't provoked, like someone can still just come and have something in their mind and that's it, you're their target. It was just very, very strange.
That's South London all over. So what you're explaining, unprovoked, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It just, you know, so but it's one thing just aimlessly walking around. It's another thing going for brunch. That's what just makes this one really weird.
And the door was closed. It's not even like, sorry, I just had a little thing there. And the door was closed. It's not even like it's a cafe where the door's open and anyone just walks in and out or whatever. Like the door was closed. He physically had to open the door to cut it, like it was a choice, you know? He was standing there, he's trying to get attention. When that didn't work, okay, next best thing, come inside. But he didn't come inside himself. He waited for someone else to come in first. And then he came in when the door was open. So it's just very, very weird.
It was in between two minds.
Yeah, it was like that was the deciding factor, exactly. And then he came in and started spouting all this nonsense and just being quite scary. He was literally just standing there, very intimidating, standing above us because we were sitting down. And I said he was tall, he was big. You don't know what's in anyone's backpack or pockets. And that's not me just like making a stereotypical assumption. It's literally someone's coming in your space and is trying to scare you, so of course you're going to be worried about that. So he was, you know, quite upset. I mean, I was annoyed, you know. I wasn't angry though. I just don't think it depends how much you're going to allow someone else who wants to control your emotions, wants to make you angry, wants to make you cry, depends how much, you know, you're going to allow that to happen, I guess. But you know, we can talk to our families, or we can, if we have therapy or whatever, we can flesh it out there. But yeah, random things can happen. That's all I can say. Stuff is just random. So yeah, watch out. Just be careful, be on your guard. I think remaining calm is the best thing.
Which we did. Let
people know so you're not kind of just stuck. And sometimes, you know, as you can see, letting people know and making that obvious makes people scared, and they, you know, even they drop whatever bravado that they're showing. So yeah, it's kind of taken me back there a bit, talking about it. So yeah, anyway. Let us know what you think or how you'd have responded.
Have you got any?
So I was just kind of in shock, which is probably me all over. But I know you were annoyed, but Paris is quite good at being very calm in these kind of situations. So that's always good to have. And kind of follow that lead, I suppose. Yeah,
they're not worth your energy ultimately. That was what was going through my mind. You know, you think about, oh, can I just chuck this teacup on him or hot tea or something? Because we had a pot of tea, but it's like, well, I've got to start. No.
You'd probably end up being done for assault if you did that, when he's the one who was the crazy person. So but we just have to be careful.
Yes, exactly, 100%. Just got to be careful, and nobody got seriously hurt. So yeah, that's our story time about beef.
Beef
during
and brunch.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
What kind of, anyway.
But obviously we're still going to brunch, so we're not that scarred.
Exactly.
We were at the time though. So yeah, that's Love Uncut this week, guys.
So yeah, thank you for watching and listening to us. Let us know what you think on the comments below. Give us a like, share the video. We want to know also, have you guys been through anything like this before?
Yeah, have you had this weird sort of altercation with randomers?
Yeah, and you know, we'll be back, okay, this time next week at 6 o'clock. And whatever you do, people, stay safe, stay blessed, and we'll see you then.
Take care, bye.